Hey everyone, it's Catherine here at home in my chair when I should be out doing things. It is a gorgeous day. Like, I have the door open, there's a nice breeze outside, the leaves are falling off the trees, there's sunshine. It's gorgeous outside, but here I sit in my chair. I might ramble a little bit, and I apologize because I think I have a little bit of mild concussion going on, a little bit of whiplash probably because my neck hurts. Anyway, so I wanted to come on here and say a few things because I don't know if you saw my previous video the other day, but I said that I wanted to talk about more things about the relationship with your horse, the bond between your horse, what actually happens in the horse world, than a bunch of, showing vlogs and all that, because I'm not showing. And right now I have three unrideable horses, so that's always fun. So I couldn't show if I wanted to. I'm going to take my glasses off because that's really annoying. All I can see is that. Anyway, I can't ride if I wanted to because none of them are rideable. So I have a Mustang who's fantastic with cataracts in both eyes. And today the one was still swollen under her eyes, kind of like mine. But still swollen, and the eye was just draining. So she's wearing her fly mask and probably not safe to ride, even though I have been on her since her eyes got all cloudy. But I'm going to try and speed up. We'll be here forever. And then I've got a thoroughbred with all the talent in the world. And he's had feet problems that we've battled. He's had all these other problems that we've battled. And on Labor Day, he got kicked in the head. And it was nearly fatal. Probably by the Mustang who was kicking at horseflies because she freaks out over horseflies. I don't blame her. I hate the things too. I don't understand their purpose. Like, why, God, did you make horseflies? I don't get it. They're awful. And they love her. So I'm guessing she freaked out over the horseflies and accidentally got him right there in the head. So that's been fun. And now we're thinking he's probably got a little bone chip because his head's opened up again. It's draining. Anyway, he's unrideable. And now I've been trying to figure out my bigger thoroughbred. And that brings me to why I'm here. So last night I recorded this whole, like, oh my gosh, crying, awful mess of a video. And I started to upload it and I was like, do I really want to upload that right now? I was like, let me sleep on it. So I thought today I would come on here and do a video on something slightly more informative than just that. Anyway, so I deleted that one and here I am. So last night, what I wanted to talk about is I've been battling with this horse for 4 years, trying to figure him out. He came to me, he was given to me as a, kind of buy one, get one free deal. Pick out whatever you want because it was COVID. And they were like, we just need to get rid of horses. You're a good home. Pick one out. We'll give it to you and send it to you. So they did. We'll even pay the transport. They were that desperate. So they did. So I picked one out. And they claimed he was a kid's horse. And then he showed up. And I'm like, this thing, A, is like 72 hands. And which I already knew he was big, but I wasn't expecting that big. And he's gotten bigger. Huge. And wants to kill us. I'm like, this is not a kid's horse. I was this close to putting him on transport and sending him back and saying, absolutely not. Good luck with this thing. Not mine. But that's just not me. I was like, you know what? Let's figure this out. Let's work through it. So it's been 4 years. We've dealt with feet. We've dealt with personality issues, trying to figure that out. And I will say, if you put someone who doesn't know what they're doing, like my dad has ridden him around the barn, 10 minutes. It's so funny because he walks him around really slow, and then he goes, after about 10 minutes, he goes and stands at the mounting block like, okay, either put in another quarter or we're done here, kids. Get off. Anyway, so he has all these issues, like to massage him. He is jaws and cow kicking you at the same time. So he basically makes a U shape around you in the middle and tries to kill you. So we've made all this progress with trust. I was like, maybe he just doesn't trust us, and it's been a journey, and, you know, he's a former racehorse, and a lot of them are treated badly, and chains in their mouths, and all this stuff. They're, kneed in the stomach sometimes to tighten a girth. They're just not, they spend all day in a stall. So he cribs and he plays with his lips. He does that funny thing where he does this. Ooh, that hurt my neck. And he does all the racehorse habit things, like sticks his tongue out, chews on his lip, like all the things. Anyway, so he's been going. I've also dealt with saddle fit issues. So the last few times, I have tried supplement after supplement, after feed after feed. He's now on Tribute Wholesome Blends Senior, which has no grain in it. It does have whole cleaned, like double cleaned oats or something like that. Other than that, it's sweet potatoes, alfalfa, beet pulp, peas, flax seeds, all the good things, right? And he's on alfalfa pellets, all the things. And I'm like, this horse should not, he should feel good. I've got him on, I've had this horse, y'all, on everything like Jeremiah's Ulcer Repulsor, DAC Cool Gut, Euclid Gut. I could go on with all the gut things. I probably had, I tried Ulcer Racer from, now I can't think, Equine Elixirs. I have tried everything. Now, granted, I have never stuck with one thing because I try everything because I can't figure out if it's personality or pain. Last night, I figured it out. He is the one horse that I felt fairly comfortable with. He has his issues, but he still tries to boss you around. He still tries to be in control. He bosses the Mustang around. He bosses everybody around. So that's why I was thinking maybe personality. And I'm still thinking there's a little bit of personality that needs to be like, nope, I'm your leader. You're not my leader. Let's cut this out. But after last night, basically had him in the cross ties. He did his sometimes usual thing, but he had stopped it for the most part for a long time, or for a little while. I'd say a little while. He stopped cribbing. Oh, I've had him on hormonal support. He kind of stopped cribbing. He was a good boy. You could pet him. You could touch his face without him going, literally, he was bad, y'all. Like warning signs. And then last night, he was pissy. You'd touch him. He'd cow kick at you and so you have to cross time or he will get you. And he was all the things like, don't touch me, get away from me, leave me alone. I'm not in the mood for you. I'm like, okay, so we're back to this. It didn't register for me. And that's what I want to talk about. So I tack him up. He does all the things that he normally does. And the problem is this behavior comes and goes. It comes and goes in waves. He does all the things, and tack him up anyway, thinking I really want to check out my saddle fit because I got a new saddle pad and I want to check it out, see if it helps, blah, blah, blah. So I go out, and usually I could take him to the mounting block. He'll stand right there. Like, okay, get on. There's been a time or two, like about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and that's when I got the Dak Cool Gut. I didn't even have my foot good in the stirrup, and he turned his head around and tried to attack me. I got on. I walked him in 2 circles, one each direction. I got off. I said, there's something going on with you. So I got the Dak Cool Gut and tried that. And it seemed to work for a while. And now we're back to attack horse. I don't get it. I don't get it. So anyway, I got on. I should not have. This is the point. I should have read the signals, and I didn't. Because he's done this before, and sometimes you just get on with it. He gets over it. But I think that's what they call stealing a ride, where he really doesn't want to, doesn't feel like it, but you do it anyway, and he's like, okay, fine, I'll deal with this, and I'll hate you later. I should have known when he didn't stand at the mounting block, and he kept wiggling his way away, that this was not a good idea. Luckily, I wore my helmet. Always, always, always wear your friggin' helmet. I don't care if you're Western. I don't care if you're English. I don't care if you ride an endurance horse. Wear your helmet. Because I might not be sitting here. I probably actually would not be sitting here talking to you had I not had on my helmet. Anyway, I got on the horse when I probably shouldn't have. He gave me, so your horses can't talk, obviously, but they give you signs. And that's what we have to learn to listen to, is the signs that go, mm-mm. And they warn us, and they warn us again, and they warn us again, and they warn us again, and we don't listen. So my whole point is listen to your horse. So I got on. We walked around, we did our thing, and I was like, why is his head in the air? And he's just not wanting to bend. He's not wanting to go. I put my leg on. He kicked out at me. I was like, I asked for trot. That's his downfall. Don't ask for trot. I asked for trot. He did a trot. Wasn't great, but it was fine. Not very forward. I asked for it again, and I got 4 feet off the ground, leaping, and then I got that didn't get her off, so I'm going to duck my shoulder and go jump that way, with my head turned this way, and I'm going to tuck my shoulder, and I'm just going to go that way. That got me off. I should have done all the things. You know what to do. You turn them, you whatever. You sit up, you sit back, I probably could have ridden it for a little while, but I didn't. Choop! Off I went onto my back, and my head, with my helmet on, literally went wham. I can't do it because my neck hurts, but it literally went like that onto the ground. It sounded bad. Anyway, that hurt. Needless to say, I got the horse. He looked at me like, oh, I've never been off this horse. He's never gotten me off. He's reared. He's done other things. He's never got me off. Anyway, backed him up a little bit, like, no, we can't do that. After I crawled off the ground and sat there for a minute, like, whoa, that hurt. I limped over there. I took him back to the mounting block. I got back on. I was like, we're not asking for trot. He walked around kindly. I got off. Put him up. Cried 14 buckets of tears because A, I feel bad because I didn't listen. B, I was like, great, I have another unrideable horse. C, I was thinking it was saddle fit, and then I really got to thinking about it, and I was like, this is ulcers. This is ulcers. Because the other day, I got him in hand. He did the same thing. I asked for trot. He turned around and bit at me because I asked for trot. And I'm like, this is ulcers. Or there's something wrong somewhere, but he's other times he's moved like a champ. So I'm like, I think this is ulcers because he doesn't like to go forward. He pins his ears. He bites at you. He does not want to be touched. Don't brush me. Don't touch me. So, needless to say, I did not have a good night. But the whole point of this, and I only have 5 more minutes. The whole point of this is some people would not have given that horse 4 years. They would have the first thing that he did, biting and kicking at them, they'd have said, you're gone, go to the auction, go to the slaughterhouse. I'm not dealing with this. You're crazy. You're dangerous. You're all the things. They would have said, and they would not have given him the time of day. He got lucky to be with me because somebody else would have shipped him off. So the whole point of this is a lot of people will say, my horse rears, my horse bucks, my horse is stubborn, my horse is stupid, my horse is mean. Horses don't think like that. They live in the moment. They react to the moment. They give you signs in the only way they can. And if you don't listen to them, that's on you, not on the horse. Most of the time, when they're pinning their ears, when they're biting, when they're kicking, when they're rearing, when they're bucking, look for pain, because that's not your typical horse. And I have seen auction videos, kill pen videos, and there's young horses in there, and they're like, this horse is good for nothing but meat. But you know why they say that? It's because a human failed them. A human did not listen. A human didn't know how to train a horse. A human tacked him up, got on, and cowboyed him around and got hurt. And the other people shipped the horse off saying, this thing is crazy. It's nuts. Get it out of here. Well, human, that was on you, not on your horse. So the whole point of this video is, did I blame Pegs? No, I blame myself. I should have read the kicking, the biting, the anger, the didn't want to stand at the mounting block. He told me 14 times, lady, don't do this. And I did it anyway. So guess what? I deserve what I got. Am I mad at him? No. I'm kicking myself, and I'm desperately trying to go through how he's felt and what I've been dealing with and go, is this saddle fit? Is this ulcers? Is this generalized pain throughout his body? And he was just like, I can't do this today. What is it? So, like I said, the point of this is when people say, oh, this horse is crazy. Oh, let's just ship it off. Have you checked your saddle fit? Have you checked your bit fit? Have you checked that the bit's not pinching? Your saddle's not pinching. Your girth is not too tight. Your girth doesn't pinch him. Your saddle actually fits. You know how to ride. You're not bouncing around hurting him. He doesn't have kissing spine, cervical stenosis, EPM, all the things that I've dealt with. He doesn't hurt. His hocks don't hurt. His feet don't hurt. Check all the things before, and some people just aren't going to do this. They're just going to go, the horse is nuts, and ship it off to the kill pen. There are so many, dare I say, probably, I don't know, a huge percentage of horses sent to kill pens and sent to auctions because they're crazy are really not crazy. And if someone different got them and gave them some time and put the correct training on them, they'd be a world champ. And it's super sad to me to see all the horses that end up in bad situations because of humans. So I'm going to end this here because I've rambled long enough, but my point is, look at pain first. There are so many signs that our horses give us. Look at pain first and go from there. Don't just ship your horse off and say, he's crazy. Horses aren't like that. They don't think like that. They're reacting to you or your environment. So let's make it a safer, kinder place for our horses. And that's all I got today. I hope you guys got something out of this. I'm going to go back to my nap and my ice pack.